Alexander Grigorievich Lukashenko. First of all, glad to see you. Thank you for coming. I watched your speech at the All-Belarusian Assembly live. As it happened, it was very profound and, as they say in such cases, balanced. I didn't say anything unnecessary, did I? You determine what you want to say. I think it was deep, comprehensive, and balanced in terms of both foreign and domestic affairs. You addressed all issues. I listened with pleasure and interest. I want to thank you for the high rating of the quality of our Russian-Belarusian relations. I really noticed the warmth with which you spoke about Russia and our relationships. I am sure many in Russia notice it too. Thank you. Very glad to see you today. We will have the opportunity to talk with our colleagues about our mutual affairs within the framework of the Eurasian Economic Community and, of course, about our bilateral issues, although our governments work very closely with each other. Before coming here to St Petersburg, I met with the chairman of the Russian government. He explained in detail how the work between the governments of Russia and Belarus is going. In fact, there are almost no issues requiring our attention. Nevertheless, there's always something to discuss. Welcome.
Thank you, Vladimir Vladimirovich. As we agreed back in Bishkek, we won't overload ourselves there with practical issues of bilateral relations, first of all, because there are very few of them, and the governments are working well. As we agreed, if something is not resolved, then they can escalate the issues, and there are just one or two issues that need to be agreed upon. Otherwise, we are implementing all agreements, from military technical and defense cooperation to the economy. There are practically no issues here. Thank you for inviting us. We traditionally come to St. Petersburg. Honestly, I was preparing for this trip, this duty trip. I thought, maybe since you held a direct line, and I spoke at the People's Assembly, our main events were over, and we could relax a bit. But nothing of the sort. Life does not particularly let us relax. Maybe it's good that we are kept on our toes. Thank you for your assessment. It is perceived very positively here. The fact that the President of Russia saw and heard the report on the address at the ANC was candid and sincere. I informed about it the very next day. Therefore, your statement on the direct line was perceived very energetically. And I congratulate you on this event. It is a landmark event, especially now. And I must say, as a president, it is a brave event in the current situation. It's good that you didn't shy away from any sharp questions. We looked and analyzed the general issues highlighted that we need to work on. The trend we've set with you is that of a locomotive of integration processes in the post-Soviet space. We are not imposing anything on anyone. If you want, consider it in your domestic policy. If not, don't take it. But it's a good example if someone is inclined towards joint work and integration. So we'll agree on a couple of issues, and we can continue our common work within the EEC.